G'day, it's Chris from SUP Racer, and welcome to a Paddlecast special update edition. I hope you've been enjoying these daily quarantine editions of the podcasts. I certainly have. It's been a lot of fun chatting with these paddlers around the world, hearing their stories, and sharing their stories with you guys in the community. If you have been enjoying the daily podcasts and everything else that SUP Racer creates and shares, from the live streams, the unified world ranking system, and just all the news, stories, analysis that I love to do and that I love to share with you guys in the community, then I'm enjoying? That's not even a word. I'm inviting you to join a special members-only club, Club SUP Racer. I know, a very original name. Club SUP Racer is basically this paid monthly membership on a new platform called Patreon, where you can directly support the creative work of SUP Racer and help fund everything that I build and share with the SUP community. Because if you haven't noticed by now, I'm a little bit obsessed with this sport. I'm very passionate about stand-up paddling, and I'm passionate about finding and sharing the stories and statistics with everyone in the community. And hopefully it's a little bit entertaining and inspiring and just a cool way to share the stoke and keep us all connected. SUP Racer has been a full-time job for almost a decade, and it's never an easy job to have in the SUP world. It's not the most lucrative sport, let's face it, but it's certainly a lot of fun, and it's an amazing community to be part of. Even before this pandemic, stand-up paddling was a difficult industry to try and fund any sort of creative projects. Because of the pandemic, it's very, very difficult. For a long time, SUP Racer was funded by the brands, by the big board brands, but that's been changing over the last couple of years. It's been getting very difficult for them to fund the media outlets and the athletes and the events. So we can no longer lean on the brands and rely on them too much, especially not at these times, because they're obviously going through very difficult times themselves. So I don't want to stop giving back to you guys in the community. I don't want to stop SUP Racer. I love what I do. It's my dream job. And what motivates me to get out of bed each day is to share it with you guys. So I've got to find new and innovative and kind of creative ways to help fund these projects. And that's where a new platform called Patreon comes in. Patreon is this really cool kind of like Silicon Valley hipster startup platform that a lot of artists are using to fund their creative work directly with their audience. And now, just a disclaimer, I use the term artist very loosely when referring to myself, but that's kind of how Patreon is pitched. It's a platform for creative artists to fund their creative work. So I've started a Patreon page where if you'd like to pledge as little, I think, as 99 cents a week or a few bucks a week, you're directly supporting the work of SUP Racer. You're going to help ensure that these daily podcasts, the live streams, the world rankings, all the news and analysis continues, that I can keep creating and sharing this work and sharing it with you guys in the community. Here's the kicker. I didn't think it was enough just to ask people to pledge money. So I've created something around my Patreon page called Club SUP Racer, this concept of the club that you can join and you'll get a few members-only benefits, some perks for pledging to the SUP Racer Patreon. It's basically just bribes. I'm basically just going to bribe you to join Club SUP Racer and help fund all these creative projects. So here's the deal. If you would like to join Club SUP Racer today and pledge a few bucks a week or a month, then not only will you support everything I do and share with the community, you're going to get the following benefits. For one, you're going to get early access to every single episode of Paddlecast. About 24 hours, give or take a couple of hours before I launch or before I release each episode to the public, I'm going to release it to the members. So if you're a member of Club SUP Racer, you'll always be the first to hear every episode. The second benefit is kind of a fun thing we're going to do each month is the SUP Racer sweepstakes, where I'm just going to give away some cool prizes from some of the brands out there to the members of Club SUP Racer. It's just going to be names in a hat. And the higher tier that you pledge on, the more entries you get in the sweepstakes and the more chance you've got of winning a prize. But I kind of hope that within the next 6 months, every member of Club SUP Racer wins at least one time. That's kind of the goal. I just want to give back to you guys for supporting SUP Racer. The first month, Quicklade has very generously, especially during these times. Obviously, I don't want to rely too much on the brands when they're struggling, so I want to respect that they're going through difficult times. But Quicklade really stepped up. They've donated $1,000 worth of QuickBucks, which is just a fancy name for their discount coupons. We're going to chop them up into little, maybe $100 at a time coupons and give 10 members in the first month a discount on the next QB paddle. Very cool. Thank you, Quicklade. The third benefit is, I'm not sure which rock you may have been sleeping under the past couple of weeks and you missed the memo, you missed the headline news. But we're creating something called Marble Racer to replace these missing SUP events around the world, all these big international events that I'd usually be live streaming, that you guys would be paddling in or watching online and just cheering for your favorite paddlers. We're missing that right now. So we're going to create something called Marble Racer. We're actually, I kid you not, this is actually serious. We're creating a marble racetrack, or my father is. And as you saw the other day, I can't use a hammer. My dad's creating this track. He's a very clever guy. It's this Formula One style racetrack, and we're going to send 20 of these marbles around with the name of each elite athlete. Connor, Boothie, Seychelles, Fiona will be painted on the marble. They're going to race around and around this track, and we're going to recreate each big race, the Carolina Cup, Molokai to Oahu, etc. It's absolutely ridiculous. There's no two ways about it. It is as ridiculous as it sounds, but it's actually a lot of fun. It's so much fun. We're going to be doing that, and if you sign up for Club SUP Racer, one of the members-only benefits is that we'll do private members-only races, and you can actually qualify from those members-only races. If you hit the podium, you qualify for the next Marble World Tour race with the big guns. It's a little bit silly. It's a lot of fun, and hopefully it's very entertaining. Oh, yeah, we're actually going to live stream these races. I forgot to add. We're going to live stream them, and Kelly Margetts and I are actually going to commentate them like it's a real SUP race. We're going all in with marble racing until this pandemic is over and we can all get back on the water. Hopefully it's a little bit of fun. So there are the three main benefits: early access to Paddlecast, the SUP Racer sweepstakes, and your special invite to the Marble Racer Club Days. So if this sounds interesting for you, if you'd like to support SUP Racer, and if you want some of these members-only perks or bribes, here's how you can join Club SUP Racer. If you're watching this on YouTube, just click the link below and go to supracer.com/club, and you get all the details through to Patreon. If you're actually on SUP Racer right now, easy, just scroll down, however you do it, and click the link to go through to Patreon and choose your tier. There's a few different tiers you can choose, and in true stand-up paddle geek, I've created them based around different board sizes. So there's 3 tiers you can pledge. The $4.26 a month, I'll let you work that one out, but it's called the metric fan, for those of you who like to measure your raceboard in meters. $4.26, that's, you know, the entry-level one. I think it works out at exactly 99 cents a week, so I encourage you to join on that level. If you want to be really generous, there's 2 higher levels. There's the 12.6 fan, for those of you who like the old-school race boards. That is, as you guessed, $12.60 a month. It goes to support SUP Racer. Or if you want to be really generous, there's the 14-foot super fan. If you like the new standard in race boards, 14-footers. That's $14 a month going towards supporting SUP Racer's creative work. There's a little bit of a bribe, not just for joining Patreon, but for going to the higher tiers. Basically, at the metric level, $4.26, you get 1 lottery ticket a month. Not bad. You can probably still win eventually. If you go up to 12.6, you get 5 lottery tickets. But wait for it, folks. If you go all the way to the 14-footer category, the $14 a month tier, you get 10 lottery tickets a month. Big bribe right there, folks. Again, just a fun way to try and support what we're doing here at SUP Racer and try and give some fun things back to you guys who join the club. Now, I completely understand that at a time like this, at a crazy time like this in the world, money is very scarce for a lot of people. And if you'd like to join SUP Racer, but now is just not the right time for you, I completely understand. There's a lot of ways you can support SUP Racer. You know, even just sharing this post and inviting your friends to consider joining SUP Racer would be something I would hugely, hugely appreciate. If you really, really want to join Club SUP Racer and you've been really hard hit by the coronavirus, please just send me a private message and we'll work something out. I want to make this fun for everybody. Of course, I want to fund SUP Racer. I want to keep this going, but I want to keep this sense of community going as well. If you are ready to join Club SUP Racer, here are the next steps. All you got to do is go to supracer.com/club. There's links everywhere. I don't know where you're watching or listening to this, but there'll be a link there. supracer.com/club. Follow the link through to Patreon. If you want to pledge your support, that'd be awesome. If you don't, I'm not going to be offended. All of these daily Paddlecast Quarantine Edition episodes will still be free. Obviously, you have to wait 24 hours after the members-only exclusivity period, but it's still going to be free to listen. Everything on SUP Racer is still going to be free. You know, all the live streams, everything. You don't have to pay, but if you do want to support SUP Racer, and I often get asked, especially during the live streams, how someone can support what I do at SUP Racer, and I'm always very, very flattered. I never have an answer. Now I do. the SUP Racer Patreon page, aka Club SUP Racer. So get on it, supracer.com/club. If it's something you'd be interested in, please pledge your support. If not, we'll see you soon for another episode of Paddlecast. Thanks for listening. Cheers.